Yo, what is up? Looks like we have the Skoda T45 Tier 7 heavy tank in the test server for the super testers already for them to test. And today we're going to take a look at it. We're going to preview some of the stats and compare it to all the tanks that are available right now. Now that the Skoda T45 is out for the super testers, seems like the cat is out of the bag. Seems like the Czechoslovakian heavy tank line is going to be due to be released soon. Maybe sometime in the 1.12 update. So sometime in March, April, you're looking at the new Czechoslovakian tanks, heavy tanks being introduced into the game. Now I say this because this is what normally happens, right? They introduce this tank and then they introduce a premium tank, and then later on the new tank is then added on to the tech tree, the heavy tank line. So anyway, this is the Skoda T45. The tanks that we're going to compare it to, the tanks closest to it is the Karo P88, maybe the King Tiger C, maybe the 45 TP. But basically this is a heavy tank that fires really quickly but has small amount of damage. Only 220 damage. The gun does 220 damage. Even the Karo P88 does more damage, and the Karo P88 is actually kind of like a really bad damage dealer. I made a video about the Karo P88. I recommended playing that tank with the small gun so that you can reload quicker and just fire premium shells and grind through it. Now for the Skoda T45, this is a premium tank, so you don't have a gun to pick out. You can't just pick out a bigger gun or a smaller gun to change the DPM or anything like that. It comes with an 88mm gun, just like the King Tiger C. But the good thing about this gun is it reloads in 7.38 seconds. So you're looking at being able to reload at something like perhaps 6.5 seconds. If you have BIA, if you have all the skills, you should be able to do it in about 6.5 seconds. That's a really quick reload. But remember, you can only do 220 damage with this gun, so it is a small damage gun but reloads really quickly. So that is what's interesting about the Skoda T45, and I'm looking forward to this actually, because it's something different. It's it's not something you can compare it to with what's available right now, because like I said, the only tank that is absolutely closest to this is probably the Karo P88. Alright, let's dive into the stats a little bit here. You have 194 penetration on the standard AP shells on this gun. That's pretty good. It's not the best, it's not the highest. T29 will have higher pen, Karo P88 will have a higher penetration, King Tiger C will have higher penetration, but 194 isn't bad at all. You can live with it, it's playable. The premium shells are going to be heat and heat penetration at 250 penetration premium shells. That is the highest, higher than a T29, higher than a King Tiger C, higher than the Karo P88, higher than a 45 TP. 250 penetration on the premium shells is pretty good. The aim time on this gun is 2.4 seconds. It is exactly same aim time as a King Tiger C and a Karo P88. Now the gun dispersion itself is 0.36, which is similar to the King Tiger C. King Tiger C is 0.35, but you are talking about better dispersion than a 45 TP, better dispersion than a Karo P88, and better dispersion than a T29. You're looking at a pretty good, accurate gun, and even better is the moving dispersion of the gun and the hull traverse dispersion of the gun. So when you are turning your hull and when you are turning your hull and when you're moving, the accuracy is a lot better. It is 0.17. Now this is really good compared to all the other tanks, like the T29 is 0.21, the King Tiger C is 0.22, even the Karo P88 is 0.21. So moving dispersions at 0.17 means when you are driving and you want to shoot at something, it'll be a lot quicker for you to shoot at them with higher reliability, with higher accuracy. So this is going to be a pretty good tank while you are moving, because the dispersion is already small, and because the moving dispersions are even smaller, you are going to have better accuracy when you are firing. When you just stop and shoot, you're going to hit your targets a lot more than those other tanks. In terms of gun depression, you have 7 degrees of gun depression. Not a lot of gun depression compared to other tanks. Most heavy tanks are now going for something like 8 degrees, 10 degrees gun depression. This one only offering you 7 degrees. You have a little bit of, you can use a little bit of the gun depression, but not too much of it. 7 degrees isn't that great. Forward speed is, this is the bad part, only 30 kilometers an hour going forward. This is a pretty slow tank. It is even the T29 is faster, because T29 gets you up to 35 kilometers an hour. The Karo P88 also 35 kilometers an hour going forward. Skoda T45 only 30 kilometers an hour going forward. But what it does have is a little bit of engine horsepower and power to weight ratio. The power to weight ratio 14.05 means that although it is not really fast in terms of the top speed, but what you have is not the high power to weight ratio, but 14.05 means you can get to the 30 kilometers an hour a lot faster than a T29. Let's say if you were going to race a T29, the Skoda T45 is going to take off a lot faster and reach 30 kilometers an hour a lot faster than the T29 would reach the 35 kilometers an hour. So power to weight ratio, very important here. It plays a role in getting the tank up to speed. So that is really one of the good things that is going for it in the Skoda T45. Now let's talk a little bit about armor. The turret armor 160 up in the front. It is not bad, but it's not the best compared to a T29 279 frontal armor. This only has 160. Definitely better armor than a Karo P88, but more closer to a 45 TP frontal armor, because the 45 TP has 170 frontal armor and the T45 has 160, so closer to a 45 TP. So is the hull armor. Hull armor 110, slightly better than the 45 TP, slightly better than the Karo P88, which is also 100 millimeters frontal hull armor. So there you go. Now in terms of camo, it's a heavy tank. Don't expect any camo from it. So yeah, that's your rundown of the new Skoda T45. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are interested in this tank. But before we end, let's go look at some other tanks that are also coming out. Okay, first of all, this is the Battle Pass tank that's going to be coming out soon in the new Battle Pass. This is the 121 skin for the Battle Pass. We haven't seen these pictures yet. These pictures out in the wild, in the snow, which is what this skin is designed for. It has a 1940s snowmobile in the back. It's got the tracks like the 907 Clan Wars skin, the tracks extension. I didn't know it was for snow, but apparently it's for snow, so it's pretty cool. Kind of cool looking. So that is your 1-2-1 skin. I like the shovel in front. It's pretty cool looking. Again, there are 3 tanks for Battle Pass. Which one is for free to play and which one is for extended Battle Pass where you buy for gold, I don't know. But let's see. I don't know what's going to happen with Battle Pass. One of them is going to be for free to play. Probably 2 of them are going to be extended Battle Pass where you need to, these skins are going to be behind a paywall and you're going to have to upgrade your Battle Pass to get these skins. So I think that's what's going to happen. This is the E3 skin, of course, with the spotlight and also those extended wider tracks. I didn't know they were for snow, so apparently they're for snow. You got some oxygen tanks and whatnot, some fuel tanks. There's a crane at the back, pretty cool looking. This is a cool looking skin. It makes the tracks look a lot wider. It looks like some kind of race car. Look at those tracks, double the size of the regular tank. So that's pretty cool. The next skin, the last skin, is from the Object 705A. Pretty cool looking skin again. This skin also has the extended tracks. Looks like it's for snow. I didn't know that. There's some skis in the front as well. You can kick them down and then go skiing with the 705A skin. Now again, let me remind you, the Battle Pass skins, there's 3 of them. Possibly one of them is going to be a free-to-play skin. Another 2 possibly behind some kind of paywall where you need to go for your extended Battle Pass, or like what they did in the past. I'm not too sure about it. We'll see what happens. But pretty cool looking skin. If you have the 705A, this skin will make it look a little bit more unique. I don't know if I like the blue very much, or is it a gray. I wish you were able to put your regular camo on top of the skin as well, so that you have this skin with your regular camo. That would look really cool. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. The Skoda T45 out on super tests, the 705A skin, the T110 E3 skin, and the 121 skin. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.